If he's throwing fastballs at 89, I'm concerned. Yeah.
All right, Carsie, we got Joel Sarver here today.
Yep.
Give me a little background information before we get into this live.
Was at UNC Charlotte for 3 years. Had TJ in 22. This was probably the first year that I think, like, since JUCO for him, that he was able to actually, like, showcase what he's actually, like, capable of doing, right? Like, out of the pen in a consistent role, first time being healthy. So there's a lot of upsides there. There's also just a lot of missing game reps at that same thing. Hi, boy. And the thing was for him early on was like the pitch shapes were just really all over the place. Like his like cutter could either be like a true gyro or it ends up being it's a true cutter, like almost the shape he's throwing now, or it ends up being like almost a death ball at the same pace to where like it's super inconsistent. And then the slider for him was almost more of a curveball. And so when he was throwing it right on right, he just wasn't running into a ton of success.
Got him. And he's a guy who's a free agent now, right? He's looking forward to, we have the draft in about a week now. Looking for a potential undrafted free agent sign or potentially indie ball, depending on what happens. But definitely a guy who is going to go play pro ball and have a good shot at making it.
Yeah, and I think that's really the biggest thing is he's had a ton of indie ball interest already, just from like a quick little tweet like from the end of season. So now like you're actually looking at, hey, like how does this scale at the next level for him? And I think that's really like the biggest thing is him understanding what's the next step, right?
Yeah.
Like cleaning up the pitch design now makes this something that he can actually do at the next level. Boy, down. So really like that's the biggest thing is like giving him shapes that he now feels comfortable with, cleaning up a little bit from like the mobility side and just really making this like a feasible thing for him long term, because I think that's really like the thing that gets missed out from guys in his situation that don't have a ton of the game reps is they leave college and now you're kind of stuck in spots. Yeah, just off. ABS doesn't love you that much. Hey, go get back in here. You're looking at putting all the pieces together, right? You're talking about like trying to turn somebody into the best version of themselves. And that's really like from a pitch design and like a long-term thing is he has to be able to, one, trust the shapes, like even top.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those things where you don't even have to think about the shape at all. It's got to be like a go out there and compete type of deal.
And I think that's the thing, one, like I said, the college sense, but two, the actual, right, what's the demand of the job? Go compete in the zone. Really for him is I want him to, one, have refined shapes to where he can carry that to the next level, but then actually be able to go do the task, which is honestly, if you look at his numbers, like that's the thing that he's never had any trouble with. It's just actually like the lack of reps because you had TJ at the opening weekend of 22 and then you only get 2 innings in 23. You've missed out on 2 full seasons of actually being able to go produce, perform, and actually do the job.
Once again, flashing elite stuff. I mean, the fastball at 93 and 22 VB, and then he dots his zone with his other off speed. It's elite stuff. So now we're dialing in that consistency. What have you been doing to help work on that over the past few months?
Well, one, it's you come off a college season where you only throw 20 innings, and once again, you've missed out on the playing portion. So now it's how many more times can we actually get off the mound and like work on this? Because he is one of those guys that like needs to be off the mound every couple days, and so giving him the most feel with one live ABs, batters, but then like even in pens, right, is once we know the shapes are there, it's now focusing on how do we execute them and like what does usage look like now that you're actually in a spot where you know what the shape is going to do and like having a game plan for that. It's not a college pitching coach calling.
So how exactly does remote coaching work? You will have unlimited access to text and email your coach, hop on weekly FaceTime calls, and receive regular mechanical and training updates. Each day, your plan will detail exactly what to do from start to finish, with instructional videos for every single throwing drill, mobility routine, and lifting exercise. Nobody's going to do the work for you, but we can show you the path to get there. It's your career. Let's get to work.
Or now you have to be able to call your own game. Attaboy!
Yeah, like once you leave the college scene, it's you versus everybody else, right? It's not really a team game anymore. It's you need to do what's best for you. So you need to call the pitches that you're most comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's beginning to develop feel of that. He already had some feel, but now it's developing like advanced feel of all that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's really like the thing is like take what he's really good at and then be able to execute from there.
Absolutely. And you can see he's only had like one or two bad misses today. Everything else has been around the zone. He's been really effective with throwing competitive pitches today.
Yeah, and I think if you really like attaboy, if you dive back into his like career numbers from this, or like his season stats, right, is he's like 32 punch outs to like 8 free bases in total, and that's walk and hit by pitches. So like him being in the zone has never been a huge issue. It's just about one, what are the actual shapes and like how much success is that giving you, and then two, how confident are you with like when you roll out there, right? Like if you become stuck with 2 pitches, like now you start limiting like what am I actually capable of doing on a day-to-day basis. Did we punch him out on that?
He walked out.
Was that straight punchy?
Strike zone headed it as a ball, but
yeah,
the hitter walked out. I think that was a strike. So we'll take it.
2 punchies. 2 punchies. Now he walked one guy.
I think that was the 4th hitter.
Yeah. Hey, it's a little behind that. Yeah. Hey, feel like the fingers are a little bit more on top and actually like stay through. Like I'd go back to it here. It's more of just like a total like drop and staying behind it versus like fingers staying tall and staying through it. Like rip this middle through the zone right now. It's a free pass for the hitter to know what's coming after I just said that.
That's okay. This is like, it's not a game scenario. We're working on things here.
He also just throws an 80.
Yeah.
A little bit better. Still just up. Like it's like 10 and 18.
Yeah. And for viewers, like this is the time to work on these things, right? You miss with a changeup, go back to it again in this setting where it's controlled.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing is I want him to be able to experiment with this because we added like a true cutter for him, even though it's a little backed up today, but like and then we changed the slider like cutter profile for him to be a true sweeper. So like you have 2 new pitches that you don't have a ton of feel for, and we've now like dropped the arm slot a little bit just for like health reasons. That I want him to be okay with going in here and understanding like, yes, execution is important, but like if you fail in here, it's the safest environment to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know once like game time rolls around, that thought process for him is entirely different.
Oh yeah, 100%. You got to fail forward, so in the games, everything else feels easier.
Yes. A barrel might be gracious there, but
Yeah.
You want to go one more?
Yeah.
Okay. And like even that, right, is the whole goal for him. He knows he's better than everybody in this building, and he has the confidence to go show that. Good. And now, like even with the sweeper game, right, a little inconsistent right now. But the biggest thing is he's throwing it a ton, and it's a new shape for him. I'm good with him finding fields here because, like, even at its worst, it's still great because he's still throwing it harder than he ever threw it. Like, when we first started throwing this, just because he was super uncomfortable with the field, like, he was throwing heaters at 93, but then throwing, like, sliders at 78. And it's like, I know for him, as the more he gets comfortable, the more he gets in the game time scenario, the more he's going to trust it, the harder he's going to throw.
Yep.
And like that's even like this, right? A little bit more backed up than I ideally want it, but like the results also tell me it's performing. Hitters look super awkward with the shape, like it comes from a funky angle. So it creates a little bit more depth for him that he didn't have before. So now he has a bunch of different looks that he's able.
You don't have to live and die on the shapes. What you really need to look at is how the hitters are reacting to it, right? Yeah. We get really caught up in some of that stuff, but what matters is getting outs.
Yeah.
Right, shapes are great, but what matters is actually recording the outs.
Well, I think like Turner made like a great tweet about it of like, we kind of need to get rid of stuff models because I think it's a really good tool of looking at like, hey, how do things grade out, play out, like what's the like actual performance of it? But when we start chasing just what the model tells you is like the best thing, well now like I lose a ton of leverage for him because I'm just looking at a surface level of it. I'm not looking at the actual performance of it.
Yeah, a 140 stuff plus slider is great, but if you can throw it for a strike one of every 5 times, it's not really going to do
Foul ball.
for you.
Yeah.
Right, you much rather have a 120 stuff plus slider that you can zone 75% of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Joel, what are you feeling here? What are you feeling here?
Need banger.
Okay. I was gonna say banger, or just go up at the radar gun it.
What do you think the hitter's thinking?
I don't know. Like, he got the head out here. Kind of just want to see how he challenges here. Yep. Oh boy. Go shake him up. Hey, Phil.
We're good.
This is marginally better than where we started. And now you're actually seeing even the performance of it, of like, sliders aren't even having to be perfect right now, but the actual like uniqueness of the angle and the slot itself, right? Like, it doesn't have to be gigantic. If it's 0 or 10, it's going to get whiffs all day. It's just like not having these backed up ones that go almost like cutter gyro ball.
Yeah.
Even though you throw them harder, it's like just for the sake of consistency and you knowing how the pitch is going to perform, that's where I want that like dispersion to be a lot closer.
100%.
Very sick, Calvin. We'll take it.